Well, hello again, all the boys and girls out there in YouTube land watching. John and Ellie of George Beer Reviews back at you this morning with another edition of Stout Sunday. All right. And joining me this morning, we have Mr. Jean-Pierre, the Beverage Ramble. He's down in Georgia. Good morning, John.
Good morning, John. Welcome back. How you do?
Thank you. And we've got America's Stout Emperor, a.k.a. Ronald J. Terrio, a.k.a. Louisiana Beer Reviews, a.k.a. the man that's been holding down Stout Sunday in my absence. Good morning, Ron.
Hello, everyone.
All right. And we've got Vanessa in the chat. She is sitting on the patio, rounding dowel ends with a chisel. Wow, that sounds interesting. And Tanner. Cheers, everyone. Cheers to you. All right. Let's go ahead and get right into it, see what everybody's drinking this morning. We'll start with you, John. What do you have?
I have Tokyo Black. It is a porter made from the Yahoo, however you want to pronounce it. Copyright. But Yahoo, Yoho Brewing Company in Nagano, Japan. This is their porter. It is 5% ABV.
Yoho.
And yes, very dope.
Yeah, not Yoo-hoo, Yoho.
Yoho. Okay. Yoho. Sorry. Yoho Brewing Company, Nagano, Japan. So 5%. And this is what the porter looks like. And there it is.
All right, nice. I like the glassware there, too. That's a nice glass you're drinking it out of. Okay, Mr. Terrio, the Stout Emperor, America's Stout Emperor. What are you drinking this morning?
And I think the slogan of that company from Japan is Yoho, what you drinking? All right, now.
If it's not, it definitely should be. That's awesome.
Now, live from Louisiana, but the beer is from merry old England, Oxfordshire, England. This is Ridgeway Foreign Export Stout. Makes sense. If it's being exported, it's going to a foreign country. It's sort of redundant. 8% alcohol. This company, established in 2005, uses water, barley malt, hops, and yeast. No adjuncts. And it is bottle conditioned. So the best by date was June 10th of 2024.
Okay. All right. Very nice. All right. Well, I'm drinking a beer from Duclaw Brewing Company out of Baltimore, Maryland. This is the Pastry Arky. It's a chocolate raspberry stout, and it clocks in at 7.6% alcohol. And I've never had it. It is a little older, not super old, but it was canned on August. Well, it's almost a year old. It's canned on August 20th of 2021. So
Wow.
It was in the back of Caitlin's fridge. She'll never drink it, so I brought it home and I'm drinking it. We'll see how it held up over the last year. It's a stout, so it should be okay, but we'll find out.
It's pretty nice.
Craig,
It's pretty nice when you can raid somebody else's fridge.
yeah. Craig is in the chat. Wormtown Brewery, awesome stuff. I've had that Bee Hoppy IPA. It's really good. Yep, out of Worcester, Mass. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get started drinking these beers. I'm thirsty. We're all thirsty. It's Sunday morning. Let's do it. John's got his breakfast down, so time to drink a beer.
All right. So as I mentioned, I have the Tokyo Black. This is their porter from the Yoho. I can't pronounce it. Yoho Brewing Company.
Yoho.
Yeah, and from Nagano, Japan. So first time I had it. Bought it at one of the farmers market here, and John and I were talking before we went on the air. It's a place similar to Super H Market, a very popular store here. Have a lot of Oriental, Asian stuff, there, fresh produce, everything, seafood. And, of course, big Asian population that we have, here in the Atlanta area. So I said, okay. So saw it, picked it up. I wasn't too happy about the price, but but I said, okay, only once, whatever. So
What
here's
was the price?
$4.52 for this can.
11.2 ounces.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
fleeced. Yes, go ahead. Yeah, but the porter, I saw the score, 84 score on Beer Advocate for this porter, so it's my first time trying it. So,
Okay.
it says it has a nice, extremely rich taste and creamy head. So I'm not I'm getting immediately the roasted malts right away. It's a robust porter. It's won gold at a couple of competitions, international beer competition, and that was back in 2010, and another competition, the Monday Selection, whatever it is, award in 2011 through 14.
Yeah, Mondy's selection of Belgium. Yeah, Mondy's.
Yeah, so it looks like this beer has done all right. But just the price, I'm just a little felt kind of hurt leaving the store yesterday. Damn, I paid that much for that beer. Shoot, 2 cans. So definitely a nice roasted malt. I'm not getting that. They're talking about the pleasant bitterness of hops. I haven't smelled that yet, but let me take a try it right now. So cheers, everybody.
Cheers, John.
Cheers, John. I mean, Jean.
Not bad. Not too bad. Not too bad. Definitely creamy. I'm not getting that smoky flavor, but definitely the roasted malt is definitely there. There's a small hint of chocolate in this. But definitely that roasted barley is very, very much there. A little bite in the end. I will definitely agree with that. This is good for a 5% porter. I want something a little stronger, but 5% I guess I'll have to do for a Sunday morning. So.
Right.
Yeah. So this is not too bad. This is what a porter should be, should taste like. Of course, I've had others, Bell's and Founders Porter, which are excellent. And I never had the Yuengling Porter, but I did have the Yuengling Porter with the Hershey's chocolate in it. That was pretty good. And they say Black and Tan is a porter, but I don't know. That's on a balanced scale. Would you say?
It's Pilsner and Porter combined.
Yeah, it's a blend. It's a blend. It's a blend.
So, but yeah, this is quite good. I think they're really good on this one. Again, first time trying it, and I'm really liking it. I really like the finish going down at the end. It's quite good. So, I'll come back around when we come back around, give my score on this. But this is a not too bad porter.
All right. Nice, John. Okay, Mr. Terrio. Let's hear all about your foreign exports out there.
Talking about Saranac, one of the people commenting, Tanner, said he missed a Saranac s'mores porter. I toured that brewery in 2016. Aren't most of the Saranac beers made at FX Matt in upstate New York?
I couldn't tell you. I do. All I know is that I've never had any Saranac.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, we can't get Saranac around. Yeah.
Utica Club, right? It's from that brewery, right?
Huh?
Utica Club beer is from that brewery.
Utica Club, UC Light, Utica Club Light, UC Light. Yes, that's right. Mississippi Mud, Black and Tan comes from there.
Oh, I didn't. Okay, I have had the Mississippi Mud Black and Tan years ago in Georgia. They would sell it in the big, I don't know what you call those bottles. They kind of resembled like an old liquor bottle or something.
Yeah, an old ceramic.
Okay. Oh, all right. That's the one I've been seeing. Okay.
Got the alligator on the label, or it used to.
Yeah, it does. I have a bottle in my collection. The headquarters of Mississippi Mud is somewhere in Mississippi, but they don't have a brewery, so they just pay FX Matt to make it.
Right.
Yeah. And people keep saying, why is a Mississippi mud made in New York? And I keep saying, because it's contract brewed. Right? We, the emperor, bought this yesterday at Dorgnac's food store on Veterans Boulevard in Metairie, Louisiana. And we were not feeling too happy after we paid $6.99 for this 500 milliliter bottle.
Mm.
So you feel my pain of, like, I paid $5 for a can of beer,
We feel your pain. We feel your pain.
That's scary how good you are at doing that.
Now, I calculated the price per ounce, and if I would have bought a 330 milliliter can or bottle like Jean-Pierre has, it would have cost me $4.61. So pay basically the same price. Now the question at hand is it going to really be worth it? Well, I mean, it's not going to be worth it because you could go buy a 12-ounce bottle of Founder's Breakfast Stout for $2.99, so that's $5.98 for 24 ounces. And how many stouts are going to beat Breakfast Stout? There aren't many there that are going to do that.
Very true. Very true. Very true.
So, and you can get Foreign Extra Stout from Guinness, but I have trouble finding that these days. Okay, so I poured it. It's got a thin beige head. It's dark brown, as you can see. They use leaf hops. They call it leaf hops, which that means the leafy flaked hops, not the pellets or the extract.
The lupulin powder seems to be popular these days too. Powder.
That's really cheap, and that's why those lupulin powder IPAs taste so very not so good.
It's funny, they're trying to build it up like the lupulin powder. It's the next thing, whatever, and they're building it up to be this fancy, new hop thing. But it's really, like you say, just a cheap way of doing it.
Thank you for the noise. It's a cheap way in an IPA, and that's why they all taste the same, and they all kind of nasty, and they all no, I mean really, and they expensive. You pay all this money, and it's like, why am I doing this? And sometimes you can put your pinky around in the glass and get the powder on your hand, and you taste it. You taste it, it's like, ugh, it's bitter. It's just like, you know how sometimes you feel like you're getting ripped off? Guess what? You are.
Right.
This one is an English ale. It's expensive, and it's designed to be, and they're not using lupulin powder. They're using leaf hops. They're using Maris Otter pale malt, but then they're roasting Maris Otter malt, but they're roasting it to give it that charred thing. It tastes like dark roasted malt, but it's not burnt. See, they can take it to the edge, but they don't burn it. Some of these companies can't do that, and then it tastes like charcoal. You get raisins, dark raisins, not golden. You get some dates, maybe. Dark bread crust for sure. It's in that very English style, so a lot of Americans have trouble with English beers. They think, oh, these English beers, the IPAs are all wrong. What do the English know about IPAs, Right. And they'll say the same thing. These English people don't know anything about stouts. And when people make those kind of comments, it's kind of scary, But
yeah.
Or they'll say they know nothing about porters. It's a joke. I almost bought that Russian porter yesterday, but I said, nah, I brought that so many times, at least twice. Baltica. This has a medium mouthfeel. It's not thin like a porter, but it's close to it. There's not a lot of lacing. There's a little bit. It's semi-dry. Look, I paid $6.99. I bought it. I tried it. I'm not going to go running and buying it again. I might buy another bottle to do a duo review with a certain grouchy person who I hang out with sometimes. But he'll like it though. He was flipping the H out yesterday. He went crazy, like he was going crazy. And I was like, you want me to delete the video? Yeah, delete it. But I'm not going to. I'm going to post it.
There you go.
Yeah, but
I've always said if you have a video you don't want to post on the regular channel,
I could put it in anti-war. I was thinking about it.
There you go.
But I was like, no, people need to see this. They need to see what I deal with. I made a little mistake and I poured too much for myself and I didn't pour enough for him.
Oh,
and then yeah. The whole like flip out, and I was like, I don't know what this. It's kind of funny, really. I like this a lot. You know, I'm gonna give it a good score. It's a lot different than American stouts, though. So,
right.
You know, if you're used to those, if you're not open-minded, you're probably not gonna like it.
But thankfully, we here at Stout Sunday, all of us, we like all the different styles and variations of styles and different, you know, parts of the country and internationally and all that. So yeah, no problems here.
No problems on Stout Sunday, the open-minded beer hangout.
That's right. Okay, so let's get into this patriarchy here. I think I've had a beer or two from Duke Claw. I don't know if I reviewed them, but the ones I've had were kind of strange. I may have actually done one other Duke Claw stout on a Stout Sunday a while back, but anyway, I've heard mixed reviews about this. There's your pour.
Looks nice.
I smell the raspberry already, which is nice. It's got a nice finger and a half's worth of a kind of a creamy looking tan head, and the appearance itself is jet black. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. No light coming through the beer at all. Get the raspberry, get the chocolate. Yeah, chocolate raspberry. Yeah, it smells really good, actually. 7.6% alcohol. You're not picking up on any boozy qualities. It's not barrel aged, so I wasn't really expecting that anyway. But yeah, a lot of chocolate, a lot of raspberry, a little bit of roasted malt character, some toasted bread notes. That's about it. It's pretty straightforward with the aroma. Smells good, so let's dive in. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers to your tasting.
Wow. Okay, so raspberry. I was a little worried the raspberry would be in the background and the roasted malt and the chocolate would kind of take over on the palate. And it does say on the label that they also use coffee beans. So I was a little worried about that, but I'm not getting any coffee really. Maybe a little bit of like a bitterness on the back end, which could be coming from the coffee beans, but it's not coffee forward on the palate. It's raspberry forward, and then you get chocolate and toasted bread in the middle of the sip. This is, if you like chocolate and raspberries, chocolate covered raspberries, you're going to really like this beer because that's what it tastes like. It is a little sweet initially with the raspberry juice or puree that they put in here. What does it say? It says that we use red raspberry juice. Okay. Yeah, really enjoyable. I'm pleasantly surprised with this. It's not super thick either, with the appearance being jet black, not being able to see through it at all. You might think that it would be like syrupy or really thick, but it's not. It's smooth. It's kind of got like a silky smooth mouthfeel, maybe from the chocolate. Doesn't say anything about the addition of any additional milk sugar, lactose, anything like that. It just says brewed with red raspberry juice, coffee, and cacao nibs. So really enjoyable beer, not too heavy, not too sweet, a little bit of bitterness on the back end from either the hops or the coffee to kind of round it out. It's a winner. So I'll keep sipping on it and come back around. I'll give you guys a rating here in a little bit, but I am very pleased with it. So,
And I noticed you didn't say that it tasted strange.
No, I've had a lot of I've had a lot of beers, particularly stouts that have fruit added in them, and it doesn't always work very well. So it's a nice combination of flavors. The raspberry and the chocolate, they really fit right into the stout style, and it works well. I had a stout not too long ago. It was a peach stout, and it was good, but the peach was completely lost in the stout. It just didn't come through at all. So it was a little bit of a disappointment. This one, the raspberry, is definitely really the lead flavor before you get into everything else. So it's a nice fruit-forward, chocolatey, dessert-type stout, and I'm really enjoying it. Really quick, I wanted to go to the chat before we go back around here. We got Drunken One in the chat. Good morning to you. And let's see, Tanner. Yeah, I've had one before. I don't remember which one it was, Tanner. I may have done it on a Stout Sunday, or I may just have had it with some friends. But yeah, I was pretty disappointed with it. I think it was like a cookies and cream type of thing, and it was a big letdown. This one is much, much better. I don't know if you've had this particular one, Tanner, the chocolate raspberry one, but it's worth a try if you can find it.
He said he hasn't tried this one though.
Oh, okay. Oh, haven't tried this one though. Yeah, I should have probably just finished reading that comment. Craig also says David would love the bubblegum IPA. Ha ha.
Oh boy.
He also says Grouchy David is amusing. Yep.
I remember when he did that IPA. I went the Jay and David and Jay did this IPA, and Jay was liking it, and Dave kind of gave him this look. He turned around. He think that IPA was all that. I thought the look on David's face was amusing, and yeah.
It's funny too. I watched a duo review they did recently, and it was talking about the pours, and David will pick up the glass and you poured yourself more than you poured me, and it's not the first time. I've seen that happen a couple of times in some of the reviews. So anyway, and Ronnie S is in the chat. You're not quite first in the chat, but we'll cheers. All right. So let's go ahead and go back around, I guess, and finish up talking about our beers and any final thoughts, and go ahead and give them a rating. We'll start back with John and his Tokyo Black.
Yeah, I'm again very impressed with this beer. I was, again, I thought what I paid for it. I don't think the price was worth it to pay for this beer, but I'm very pleased with it, and I'm going to give this thing an 86 out of 100. I think this is a really, really well done porter. The nice rich texture in this is right there. The roasted malts is there. There's a nice little bitter going down ending in the end. Excuse me. I think they get a good job with this one. So 86 out of 100.
Nice. Okay. Good score to start it off. Everybody's eating their breakfast but me, it looks like.
I'm sorry, but I was hungry.
That's all right. I got some leftover pizza. That's going to be my breakfast when we're done here.
It's kind of what I'm eating, some sort of rolled up pastry with sausage and mushrooms and pepperoni and all this other stuff.
Oh, very nice. Okay.
John Neely loves his pizza.
I do. There's not a lot I don't like, really. Yeah, which could be perceived as a problem by some people. They're like, "Oh, you like every beer you drink. You're not really a good beer reviewer at all." Like, okay. I do the best I can.
Same problem here.
Why do you drink this? Why you drink this beer? Why
right?
That's the.
How could you like that?
The
portion. Oh,
beer. You drink Natural Light. You drink PBR.
You gave the Natty Daddy what score? Like, that's right, people. Oh, all right. Well, Mr. Terrio, what are you thinking about your Ridgeway foreign export there?
Well,
how does it pair with the food?
I don't know. I hadn't sipped it since I started eating. I would be aggravated if I paid an A price and I got a B result. But John's happy. That's cool. It's his money. Now,
No, I'm not. But I'm just like, hey, this is gonna be a one and done for me again.
Got to roll with the punches.
Yeah.
got to roll with the punches in this inflationary period.
Right.
I'm not going to name who's at fault. I'm not going to name names, people, even though their initials are J and B. But
We're not talking about scotch.
I'm not talking about scotch. All right, now this English ale, stout porter ale, is very nice. I wouldn't be looking to run out and pay $6.99 for a 500 milliliter bottle too often, to tell you the truth. But I wanted to try it, and I don't think that the grocery store was going to negotiate, so I bought it. And I'm going to go with a 94, 9.4 out of 10, a 94 out of 100. It's a most excellent stout. If you ever see it and you want to get rid of some money, but you know what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Like, you want to get something. I mean, if you go to Rowley's, you're going to pay $4.99 for a chicken sandwich. So
It's true. I miss the Checkers. We don't have anything like that up here. Fast food is not a big thing up here in Massachusetts. They want you to go spend all your money on lobster rolls and oysters, so they don't have a lot of.
Have Wendy's, McDonald's, and Burger King up there?
There's Wendy's, McDonald's, Burger King, but there's no Wendy's in the town I live in at all. I got to go 2 towns over. There's a McDonald's and a Burger King here. That's it. Oh, and the closest Taco Bell, which used to be one of my go-tos in Georgia because they were open till 1 a.m. I can't remember now. And you could go hit up the drive-through and get something really quick. Here, everything closes at like 9 o'clock. A lot of places close at 8. Forget if you want alcohol after 8 p.m., forget about it, because the gas stations don't sell them. The grocery stores don't sell alcohol. You have to go to a liquor store or a craft beer store or package store. In my town, it's not like that statewide, but here it is, and it's a real inconvenience.
Sounds like Arkansas, where you can't buy any alcohol of any sort on Sunday.
Right. Yeah. It used to be like that in Alabama, but they changed the law 15 years ago or so. It used to be completely dry on Sunday. So if you wanted your booze for the football games, you had to go out Saturday and get it.
Yeah, and Alabama still has counties that sell no alcohol.
They do, but they're getting fewer and fewer, every year, it seems like. Wetumpka used to be like that.
They're getting with the times. Let's put it that way.
That's where my parents actually live now, Wetumpka, Alabama. There's kind of a little country town out in the Emerald Mountain area, and they used to be completely dry on Sunday, and now they're not. But you still can't buy alcohol until I think 12 o'clock there.
12 o'clock, yeah.
Right.
12 o'clock. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So,
12:30 here.
Baton Rouge, Louisiana, can't buy alcohol on Sunday, I think, till 1 o'clock.
right.
12:30 here in Georgia.
We could have it's a whole show's worth of
Yeah.
No, it's really ridiculous when you think about it. It's all political. Anyway,
The want their hands on the alcohol money, they want their hands in it.
That's right. So it's funny too, right? When I moved up here, I found, Coweta County, where I live down in Georgia, they opened up a liquor store right down the street from where I used to live because they passed a law to allow spirits to be sold in Coweta County. So anyway, right down the street from my apartment. But for the years that I lived there, I had to drive to Peachtree City to get my hard liquor.
That's a good 25 minutes, 20 minutes.
25 to 45, depending on traffic. It's a lot of traffic down there. But anyway, yeah, it was.
That is funny.
But yeah, now there's one right down the street. So anyway, it's funny how things change, huh?
Yep.
So the Pastryarchy, I got to give my rating here. The chocolate raspberry stout from the Pastryarchy series from Duke Brewing Company out of Baltimore, Maryland. I'm going to give this a 96 out of 100. This is a pretty solid A. The raspberry flavor comes through nicely. The chocolate as well. Not really too much of the coffee, which could be a problem for some people. Since you look at the label, it says they have coffee beans. If you're looking for that and you're expecting it, you might be a little bit disappointed. This isn't the freshest can either. It's almost a year old, so maybe some of the coffee has faded. I'm not going to take that out of the equation. It definitely could have. But for me, that's a plus because it definitely has allows the fruit and the chocolate to come through. It's nicely balanced. It's got that smooth, creamy mouthfeel. It's a winner. So if you can get this beer in your area and you like raspberries and chocolate, I don't see how you could go wrong with it. It's really a nice stout and one of the better stouts that I've had recently with the addition of fruit. Like I said, that peach stout was disappointing because none of the peach came through. With this one, there's no mistaking that there is raspberry added to this beer. A lot of raspberry flavor. So really quick, we'll go back to the chat. We got Jeremy in the chat. He says, yes, guess who's back? Back again. John is back. Tell a friend. Cheers. Cheers to you, Jeremy. And Nina Yorkie is in the chat. Raspberry Beret. Cheers, Nina. Okay, well, we got through that in good time. Yep. So we got plenty of time for show and tell. If anybody has anything they want to talk about coming up on their channels, events, whatever, reviews, or if you want to show and tell some beer that you got, liquor, whatever, now would be the time to do so. As John is lighting up his cigarillo there.
Show off.
Yes. Yeah. Let me get one more beer for show and tell, and I'll be right back and show you what I got coming up here.
Oh, see, Shane, but that doesn't make any sense.
Right. It was the same way in Georgia too. As far as the liquor sales in Coweta County, I couldn't buy liquor at a store and bring it home and drink, but I could go up to the Taco Mat, go to the bar, and sit there and take shots of Fireball all day and then drive home.
Yeah.
Totally stupid,
Right.
But I was not going to bars when I was in Arkansas on that Sunday. I wanted to go to the convenience store. I said, let me go see what they got. And I went and I was like, oh man, this is stuff I can't get back home. So I opened the case, it's locked. And the guy's like, we don't sell on Sunday. I'm like, oh man, I was so burnt. I bet that raspberry.
Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, I bet that raspberry beret was purchased at a secondhand store.
I don't know.
And what was the ABV on that beer you just had, John? What was that ABV again on that one?
The Patriarchy is 7.6.
Okay, a little light, but that's fine. So.
Well, it's not bad.
I love my Imperials. I love them strong. So. I like that Cheyenne you just showed, Jay. That's pretty cool. I haven't tried those cigarillos. The Cheyennes, I haven't tried them.
Paul Middleford there in the chat. He is up in Canada.
Yeah.
He's a home brewer. He made a raspberry stout years ago. Had to use extract. Yeah, too much money, he says, to add 5 pounds of berries. Wow.
All right. Okay. Well, I'll be real quick, and everybody wants to do a show and tell. I'll do a review of this one. I have one more can of this beer that I got fleeced on. I'll review this. Hopefully, you guys enjoy the review of the MD 2020 Tangy Orange. And I did something else before that the other day. I don't recall what I did. So, but that I very rarely do MD 2020. But I said, I'll do some more reviews of it. And yeah, that orange yellow coloring number 5. That people.
Yeah.
That tank look like tang.
Yeah. So. Yeah, 12%, so that's strong. But yeah, so I'll be reviewing this one, Tokyo Black. I still got the Deschutes Black Butte porter I'm going to review. This is from Athletic Brewing Company. Oh, no. I ain't trying that one. No. I'm glad I saw this. I said, wow, I actually bought that. I'll be trying something from Fire Marker Brewing Company, Way Down Yonder Leisure Beer. This is what it is here. What it
Oh,
looks
the
like.
Fire Maker. Yeah, I've had beers from that brewery, I think.
Yeah. So
That's where they're in Georgia,
Atlanta.
right?
They're in Atlanta. Yeah,
Yeah.
they're here in
Okay.
Atlanta. Yeah. So, and also I'll be trying this one from Pretoria, the Fields Collection Skywater, refreshing, clean, crisp ale, the Golden Ale. This is 5.1%. I'm gonna try that.
Nice. I've had that, and other Pretoria Fields actually sent me beer mail.
Okay.
Wow.
I did it's been years ago, but they reached out to me, the Pretoria Fields Collective people, and they said, we'd love to send you some beer to review on your channel. It was the only time I've ever gotten beer mail from an actual brewery. I'm not a high roller like Terrio, so
Yeah.
I'll take what I can get.
And the reason I pulled this one back because I didn't recognize it when I bought it yesterday, but this is a non-alcoholic beer, but I guess I'll review it. Athletic Brewing Company Free Wave Hazy IPA, non-alcoholic. Right up top it says that.
I knew as soon as you said Athletic Brewing Company, I was going to say it. Aren't they a non-alcoholic brewery only? They don't put anything out with alcohol in it.
Yeah, I just saw that, and when I looked, I said, "Oh man, darn!"
Oh, yummy. Oh, yummy.
But I will, since I have it, I will review it. In the words of BC, in the can or a bottle, I will review. So
there you go.
So those are what I have coming up, and of course, Jay, I'll be joining you the Wednesday, 7:30 Eastern.
Miller High Life, right?
For Miller High Life. I'm still on the look. I'm still looking for it. Just got to give me some time, man. I know it's out there. And and Fandango Friday, 6:30 Eastern, 3:30 Pacific, with liquor and liqueurs. And John, if you're back, I will be joining you for Stout Sunday with some Stout Reporter at 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific.
Yeah, I should be around next week too. So yeah, this week and next week for sure, and then after that, I don't know. But baseball is wrapping up, so things should hopefully kind of go back to normal with me being able to do my regular stuff, and I need to post more reviews as well. But yeah, so anyway, all right, John. Hope you enjoy that non-alcoholic beer, and let's pull Ron up here. I know he's got some stuff he wants to talk about.
I did some. People were asking me, like, would you do that? I was like, I would try it. So I did a video where I did whiskey added to milk.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
And then I did a video whiskey added to coffee.
All right.
Oh, no big deal. The milk whiskey tasted like milk, and the whiskey coffee tasted like coffee. Okay.
Oh. All right.
On the next Dawnbusters, I've got 2 bourbon whiskey. What is he saying? I got
I feel like. Hold on. I'm sorry. Let me. I think John is. Let me mute him for a second. Yeah, he was getting like it sounded like static or something. I don't know. Okay.
So I got Ancient Age, but this is Ancient Age 10 star. This is not the regular Ancient Age. You see, it's got a different label.
AAA.
Yeah, and so Ancient Age 10 star. I bought this in Meridian, Mississippi. I've never seen it in Louisiana. We get Ancient Age all around here, but it's 80 proof, aged 3 years. This is 90 proof. So, I got it for $16. I had to buy it. I just had to buy it. So it's from Buffalo Trace. Everybody knows about Buffalo Trace. Okay, and it's going to go up against this oddball thing that I paid $7.99 for a liter. Thank you. Jesse James, America's Outlaw Whiskey.
I saw your tie. Yeah, I was trying to figure out. Maybe you just put it in there twice in the title of your video, but it said Jesse James. So I thought it was like Jesse James brand, and then the name of the whiskey was Jesse James on top of that. You put out I mean, it's not a big deal, but I was confused as to what the name of the.
I'll check. I could have made a mistake, but it's the whiskey's called Jesse James. The original Jesse James American Outlaw Bourbon Whiskey.
Okay. Yeah, if you go back to one day ago, Jesse James, America's Outlaw Bourbon versus oh, it was just the review, I guess.
I'll fix it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out.
No, don't be sorry. Thanks for
Is
letting
it
me
from what's now? Who makes that again? I'm sorry. Is it a?
I don't know who contract distills it. It's
Okay, so it's not like it's not like a Sazerac brand or like a.
Oh no, it's owned by a man named Jesse James Dupree. He sells like glassware, apparel, and he sells bourbon whiskey, Tennessee small batch whiskey, honey whiskey, and spice bourbon. And he doesn't have a distillery. It's contracted for him, obviously, but it's bottled in California. He might have a little bottling plant that he set up. It's probably not his. But anyway, it's not bad. It runs about $18 a bottle. But I went to Savannah Discount one time and they had liter bottles for $7.99. So I figured, what the heck? I'm not going to pass that up,
Yeah, that's a good deal.
Now, as far as beer, I found an oldie but goodie. And my friend David was excited. I gave him 6 bottles, which made him even more excited. But
nice.
you don't see this around too much anymore.
Not too much. Bumpy had some. He was drinking it the other night. I was asking him, I said, why did you buy Michelob Light? That seems a little out of character for you. And he was like, it's a good light beer, and I don't see it around much, so I picked up a 12-pack. I was like, all right.
Let me see that again. Let me see that, the Michelob Light again.
It was $14.99 for that stinking 12-pack.
And it's better than Michelob Ultra, but they won't.
Oh, yes, a lot better.
You never know it because they never advertise it. All the marketing is for the frickin' Michelob Ultra.
Yeah, way better. And then my friend David, he gave me these 4 cans. So I can complain about him being grouchy, but he gave me 4 cans of these. This is 500 milliliter cans. And, I'm sorry. Never mind. It's 16-ounce cans, not 500 milliliter. But he got these at the salvage store for $1.99 a can.
Oh man, that's on my bucket list. I've never had the Hop Slam. Never seen. Well, yeah, never seen it. Never seen it before.
He went to the salvage store and they had cases and cases of it, pint cans for $1.99 a can.
No. That's
a really good deal. Yeah, because that's expensive beer.
$7.96 a 4-pack. $7.96 a 4-pack. 10% alcohol. John and Neely, I think if you saw it for that price, you'd buy more than 1 4-pack. Maybe
I probably would because I've never. Yeah, it's one of those that I've never seen, and I'd buy a lot of it because who knows when I'll see it again. And I love the idea. I've heard people say that it's detectable. I've heard other people say it's a gimmick, but I love the idea of honey in an IPA. I feel like it just works.
I don't really pick up the honey on it, but but like it might be a gimmick. Now this I bought for $6.99 also, and this is only 14.9 ounces, which I'm not too happy about, but it's 10% alcohol, which to Jean-Pierre would be kind of low. But malted barley, hops, and yeast. And this is from New Zealand, and it's a company called 8 Wired Brewing, and this is called Stout, which stands for Imperial Stout. And I bought this yesterday at DoorDash. I bet you there's not too many video reviews for Stout.
All right, so go ahead and review it ASAP.
Is that an Apple product, Rush?
I don't know, but it's from New Zealand, and
okay.
I had to try it. I'm going to do it next Sunday for Stout Sunday for the ultimate beer geek hack. Pour it over ice cream. I'm not pouring it over ice cream, but anyway.
It's probably a sweet. It's more likely probably a sweet stout, my friend.
I don't know what it's going to be. I got to research it. So then, one more thing. I was waiting for my oil to get changed at Walmart, and they were taking forever. Hard to believe, right? So then, I was walking around, and I went to this local liquor store, and they had this Parrot Bay Long Island iced tea.
Oh, I've had that. Yeah, that's good.
Oh, you've had it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Parrot Bay, I used to get the Parrot Bay stuff when I was like 18, 19. I remember I went to a Commodores concert and got a variety pack of the Parrot Bay. And it was in a glass. Is that a glass bottle or a plastic bottle?
Plastic.
Okay. I would get the 12-ounce glass bottles, which I don't know if they're around anymore. This is years and years ago, but they had like the tropical paradise one, the Long Island tea, I believe, was in there, and then they had like 2 other flavors, like a Caribbean punch, I believe. And anyway, I enjoyed.
And you might remember it used to be called Captain Morgan Parrot Bay.
Yes, I knew that it was affiliated with the Captain Morgan, or it used to be, I guess.
But they sold, but it was sold to Sazerac.
Okay. Plus, the Captain Morgan was kind of deceiving because it makes you think that it's actually made with Captain Morgan, but it is a flavored malt beverage, so it doesn't have Captain Morgan.
Oh, but this is made with Caribbean rum.
Okay, so the one that I had years and years ago was not the same one that you have. It was Long Island iced tea, but it was a flavored malt beverage. It did not have liquor.
Because the Alabama,
because of the wonderful Alabama laws.
Yeah, right. Okay.
And Shane Fudge says that he's had a few cans of the Hop Slam. He's experimented with by aging them into a barley wine. He's got some aged Hop Slam, I'm sure, still lingering around there. But he did say, I think it was Shane that I was talking to, that certain years, and maybe it was some of the older years, that actually the honey kind of came through on, and then the newer, like they tweaked the recipe or something, and the honey is very minuscule in the newer versions of it. But it's a shame because it sounds like the honey would be like a really good addition to an imperial IPA like that. It just sounds nice.
The company, it's just like Hoptimum from Sierra Nevada. They admitted that they changed the recipe, so
right.
They said it was too harsh. The old recipe was too harsh. I didn't think it was too harsh.
Right. It's not for everybody, but Shane says subdued honey. Okay. I would maybe add some extra honey, just like pour more honey in there. That'd be nice. Heat it up a little bit. Just like pour it in the beer and just let it mix in there. Okay, well, I don't have anything to show and tell like physically on the screen here, but I am going to let you guys know that I found for the first time ever, I found the Zviec Porter, Baltic Porter, and their lager and their Russian Imperial Stout. And I've never had any Zviec product.
Wow.
You and I think James P. Madonna and Michael Kormaroff and like all these people really love the Zviec stuff, and I've never been able to get it until now. So look forward to drinking them, and then you guys can look out for some reviews coming up at some point on my channel. I'm very excited to drink them. The big, I don't know if it's a true bomber. I don't think it's quite 22. I think it's like either a 16.9 ounce bottle.
500 milliliters.
500 milliliter. So I bought singles of each of them. I've already tried the lager, which actually I was very pleased with. But we've got the Baltic Porter and the Russian Imperial Stout, and they were $3, maybe $3.50 for a bottle, which I thought was a pretty good deal, especially for the Porter and the Russian Imperial Stout, because you're looking at, I think, 9%, and then the other one's 12%. So
I've never seen the Russian Imperial Stout.
Yeah, it's well, wait a second. Hold on. Maybe the Russian Imperial Stout was the Combs, not the Zviec.
Oh, Combs. Yeah.
Combs, yeah. Actually, I think it was. So the two Zviec was the Porter and the Lager, and then the Combs Russian Imperial Stout, which I've also never had. That was the other one. So yeah, my mistake. So the Combs Russian Imperial, and then the Zviec Lager and Baltic Porter. So looking forward to trying those. And Shane says he's had the lager while in Europe. It's good. Yeah, pretty good stuff. And I like the price point for sure. So I think that concludes. We've got our show and tell. We got our ratings for anybody that tuned in late. There's the ratings at the bottom of the screen. So yeah, we'll go ahead and wrap this up. I want to thank my panel, Jean-Pierre, the Beverage Ramble, and Mr. Ronald J. Terrio, America's Stout Emperor, for joining me this morning. And special thanks to Ron for hosting for, God only knows how long now. In my absence, he's really been
And I think Alex hosted one time too. So
and Alex carrying on the Stout Sunday legacy when I am unable to do so. It's just nice that people actually want to join and do this kind of thing. It's always a lot of fun, and I do plan on joining some of the live shows this week. I'm by myself all week. Kate and anyway, girlfriend's out of town for a week, so
party.
So no baseball, no real other obligations other than work. So I'll be around a little bit this week. So anyway, thanks to.
I hope you enjoy Miller High Life.
Well, if I can find Miller High Life, it's such a hard beer to come by. So we'll see. I don't know if it's sold up here. No, I'm just kidding. I will. Yeah, I'll try it. I'll plan on joining Miller High Life and maybe even Fandango Friday. I haven't joined the Fandango Friday, and I think I joined maybe one or two since the inception of the show. So might be able to do that as well. So anyway, King of the Dots joining at the last minute. Good to see the gang again, but he's eating steak. See you later, alligator. All right, well, you enjoy that steak. Okay, so yeah, that'll do it for this edition of Stout Sunday. Thanks to John, thanks to Ron, thanks to everybody in the chat. We wouldn't be here without you. We appreciate all your thoughtful and thought-provoking comments. And we'll see you right here, all on the next edition of Stout Sunday, 10:30 Eastern. It should be on my channel next week as well. So thanks for tuning in, and have fun with your family, your friends. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll see you here next week. Until then, cheers, everybody.